Hey Dragon Slayers! Today's video is about short daily fasting regimens, the 12-hour fast. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. Let's get started. So short daily fasting regimens, around 12 hours. In years past, a daily 12-hour fasting period was considered a normal eating pattern. You would eat 3 meals a day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then fast from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. At that point, you would break your fast with a small breakfast. This was pretty standard until the 1970s. And perhaps not coincidentally, there's also much less obesity back then. Two major dietary changes started happening in 1977. With the publication of the USDA's Dietary Guidelines for Americans that year, we changed to a higher carbohydrate, lower fat diet. Diets high in refined carbohydrates stimulate constant high levels of insulin, which makes people gain weight and eventually become obese. So insulin in a 12-hour fast with 3 meals will peak and fall 3 times a day. Insulin in a 16-hour fast with 2 meals will peak and fall 2 times a day. And then insulin during a 20-hour fast with 1 meal peaks and then falls once per day. The other critical, though rarely recognized dietary change was the gradual increase in meal frequency. In 1977, eating opportunities, both meals and snacks, averaged 3 per day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. By 2003, that figure was close to 6 per day. People were eating 3 meals and 3 snacks daily, and insulin levels were beginning to be kept perpetually high. Over time, the constant stimulation of insulin leads to the development of insulin resistance, which leads back to high insulin levels, which in turn leads to obesity. Think back to earlier when we discussed insulin and insulin resistance. Daily 12-hour fasting introduces a period of very low insulin levels during the day. This prevents the development of insulin resistance, making the 12-hour fast a powerful preventative weapon against obesity. In fact, the combination of whole foods, lower carbohydrate diets, less added sugars, and a daily 12-hour fast was enough to prevent most Americans in the 1950s and 60s from developing obesity, even though they still ate plenty of white bread and jam, and whole wheat bread was rare and whole wheat pasta completely unheard of. But while a daily 12-hour fast may be a great preventative strategy, it may not be powerful enough to reverse weight gain. Slightly longer fasting periods are often required for that. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And remember, guys, that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.